Hey, hey, hey! Super good morning, everyone. Happy the Lin Sam Samana today. Right, so yeah, today is the day where everybody will be having their reunion dinner, and also today is the day where all the restaurant will earn their entire year's rental money. Yep. Okay, guys, please go to restaurant, help them out with the entire year's rental money. Right. Hello, Lai Ping. How are you doing? Hopefully you are doing good, right? So very fast, we are in the eve of the Chinese New Year. So tomorrow is the Chinese New Year already. So for those of you who want to keep choice on, right? And that's I don't know. It's a big event, right? Remember, it's called tonight, tomorrow morning, around 1 o'clock ish. If you haven't fall asleep yet, I'll confirm I'll fall asleep already. Right. All right. So facing north direction. Okay. Go and do your Chinese New Year prayer or whatever it is. Right. So I can see Pepper just came in. Hon Chong came in. Yuki, how you guys all doing? Hopefully you guys are doing well. Right. So yeah, we're gonna talk about the 2025 February. So which is the first month of the year of the snake. Right. So again, I just repeat for you guys a bit. Right. So please don't look at the Gregorian calendar. It has nothing to do with that. Right. So the first January is of zero meaning in the astrology world. Then there is the Chinese New Year, right? So the Chinese New Year, which is tomorrow on the 29th, that one is based on the lunar calendar. Yes, it's a different calendar, all right? Lunar calendar mean the moon go over the earth, right? All the timing calculation is based on that particular circular motion. Then we got the solar calendar. Solar calendar is the earth go around the sun. Right? So there's basically one sect of people say that the moon is more influential because the moon is closer to the planet of Earth. Another one more sect say that the sun is more influential because the sun is bigger. Okay lah, whichever lah, you guys fight. No, I just use the calendar. Right, so we are moving into the month of the Earth Tiger. Right, so Earth Tiger, so it's called Yin. Right, so Earth Tiger in the year of the wood snake. Right, so it's called Yi Shi. So if you take a look at it graphically, it is a lone tree. It's a lone tree on a high ground. So I choose this particular graphic for you guys to see. Right, appropriately matching only got sun, only got tree, only got earth there, right? So nothing else is basically there, right? So I give you sun, tree, and earth flow. Okay, right. So this is just graphic representation. So today I will use the theme of a starting of a sporting tournament, right? So just think of because it's the starting of the year, right? So this is where a lot of people would be, catapulting themselves, the first place whereby they start. So I'll be using a lot of sports analogy for you guys for this particular episode. All right, so let's as usual shrink myself down to the tiniest tiny version so that I don't block anybody. Right, getting in touch with me. So as usual, Telegram. Right, so the God of Wealth direction, just sent it out like probably yesterday or the year before. I don't know which day I sent it out. So I basically send it out in the Telegram. So you want this sort of update? Go and join the Telegram group. So or else you want the monthly forecast, like the monthly forecast, the written version for today, right? The written version for today was sent out yesterday, long. Right, so then if you want the written version. Oh, by the way, the written version is a little bit more lengthy, a little bit more lengthy than this one, right? So it took me 3 hours to write, by the way. I just did the timing. Don't know whether it's long or short, but anyway lah, right? So now you can go and sign up for the newsletter. So the newsletter is an auto email service, by the way. So you put in your email address, it will automatically email to you, so you don't have to come and look for it. No. Then there is the community channel, which is a channel that you guys are watching right now in Facebook. Right, so yes, this one will be posted in YouTube as well. So if you're watching from YouTube, then YouTube. Right, so this is the address for the community channel. Right, so you want to join the community channel and go and join it. So whichever level you want to join, up to you. Right, so then printing or parcel chart, if this is brand new to you, first time your friend send the link, share the link out, to you, right? So for the rest of you who are watching, right, please share the link out. It doesn't matter whether it's Facebook or YouTube. I just share the link out. Click the share button. Right, go and find out what's your Daymaster. So you can use this particular program, which is written by one of dear friend of mine. Right, so it's called Typing Astro. Right, so you can use this one. You can sign up just for the free version. Now you just want to find out the Daymaster. So Once you get the Daymaster done, it is forever. It's going to be that Daymaster. It will never change. Concern with somebody who doesn't know the hour of birth. You do not need the hour of birth at all. Right? So you can chunk the hour of birth into the rubbish bin. You can still print this out. So just need your day month year, which is very standard. Get it printed and find it, because not all the forecast is based on the Daymaster, as opposed to the very popular market method of using the animal sign. I don't use the animal sign, right? So that's it, right? So no, this is all the pre-information that you need, right? So then we can jump in and take a look at what are available lah, right? So now if we take a look at it, so this is the first of the 12 month, right? So these are all the 12-month energy, by the way, right? So and their associative cutoff date and time. So all different cutoff date, and then they're gonna go into the why it's not cut off on the first, because the Gregorian calendar is of no use to astrological. Okay, give you the answer already. Right? So the Gregorian calendar was invented in zero astrological significance, but we are familiar with it, so never mind. Continue to use, right? So these are all the official cutoff date, for the year, right? So you can see this all the particular year inside. So something that is very what we call funny towards the year, or you can see an observation is most of the pillar are counter pillar. Yeah, right. So if most of the pillar are counter pillar, then a lot of things is very challenging. Like for example, this month is wood counter earth. Next month wood counter earth. Right. So I think the only month is the third month, which is earth produced metal. Then is fire counter metal, water counter fire, water counter earth counter water. Then metal counter wood, metal counter wood. Then you got another one which is fire produce wood, fire produce earth. Then you got fire counter uh water counter fire, then earth counter water, and yeah. So you can see most of the month is basically countering month. So which means that it's gonna be a challenging year lah. Sorry lah guys. Yes, it's gonna be a fairly challenging year, right? So I'm here to help you maneuver the year, by the way. Right, so let's take a look at the auxiliary star of the month that get activated for this particular month, which will be fortune virtue, heaven virtue, prosperity star. By the way, most of this star has to do with eating. All right. So a lot of time when they talk about the word fortune and also prosperity, is actually directly indicating a situation whereby everybody got enough to eat, got enough to wear, got place to stay, right? So doesn't need to worry about livelihood. That's basically this month lah. So which means that this month is the sorry to use the word last meal of the year. Okay, right? Enjoy yourself, guys, this month. Right, the road ahead is gonna be slightly a bit tougher for those of you who are not ready for it. So that's why this particular month is the month whereby if you can run fast, you run faster. So this is the month whereby the squirrel stuff the acorn into the squirrel burrow. The ant collect as much food as possible back to their burrow to get ready for the harsh winter. You want to call harsh winter also can, it's going to be a fairly competitive year, right? So it really, depending on how you distribute your resources, it does turn your year into the direction that you need, right? So, but overall, pretty good, right? It's overall pretty good, right? So, see how much you save. All right. So now, always every single month, there's gonna be two pillar that has a significant stronger. This has a significant stronger reaction, which is the full combined pillar, which is the Kui Hai, right? So and also the full clash pillar, which is the Ren Shen. So if you have Kui Hai or Ren Shen inside your budget chart on any of the pillar, this particular month become a little bit more intense. Right, so no good, no bad first. Please don't go and say clash is bad, combine is good. Not necessary, because if you combine something that's bad in, also no help. Right? So if you clash away something that's bad, that's good. Right? So depend on the right. So that one you need to go through a more extensive customized reading for you to find out, which is which. Right? Which I highly advise you guys that at least once in a lifetime go and understand how your party chart functions. Right, not very expensive experience on it, so go ahead and do that, right? So come, let us begin this particular month. So it's a is a Wu Yin, right? So it's a Wu Yin, right? So no idea what day you want to be using. So let us just straight away go into Wu lah, right? Or else my menu got no use. Yeah. I got a menu. You know, I created a menu system so that I can click around, guys. All right, let's talk about the Wu, right? So the Wu, this particular month, if you take a look at Wu Yin, is friend star with 7 killing, right? So the combination of 10 god is friend star with 7 killing, right? So this combination you want to have imagined in sport is basically your football, American football, please, not the Western soccer, right? American football, right? So American football, the football where the player all form a line, you know, pushing each other, that particular thing lah, right? So now whether you can fight the external energy, right? So 7 killing is always external energy trying to attack you, right? So because we would counter the earth, right? So right now the question, how many earth you have? So you can see that, you know, is possible for you to attract earth, right? So this is a process. If we take a look at it, this is a process of elimination. This is a process of taking a look at who among your brethren or your friend that is able to stand up against the external force, right? So it's talking about defense. Is, you know, so which means that this particular month is the month whereby you need to really take stock and check everything around you, whether they are able to take the uh, harshness of the rest of the year or not. Yep. Right. So now the good thing is that, you know, once the 7 killing has visited you, right? So because it goes in a cycle, right? So, you know, you're not gonna see the fella again. So the question always is, do you want to meet the 7 killing earlier? You want to meet it later? Everybody will meet their 7 killing one. In the entire year, you will confirm meet your 7 killing. It just when only. So it's when the intensity become higher, right? So it's particularly this month, right? So this month it's time for you to check your comrade, your veteran, you know, who are the one that is, you know, good, right? So this one, of course, the lesson is if you find that your group is not as strong, right? Congratulations, you know, you got an entire year to build up the group. So, you know, please don't harm yourself. Right? Ensure that you can fight another day. Live to fight another day. Right? So, you know, now they think what's the different difficult day ahead? Got to retreat, man. Depending on what you're doing, lah, Noni, because I have absolutely no idea what is your objective. Now, some people set objective that is a bit too aggressive. This is for work. If you have set objective that's a bit on the aggressive side, because the 7 killing actually elevate your courage. Elevate your courage, 7 killing, right? So when you elevate your courage, right, you see a lot of things around you become not too dangerous. So your willingness to attempt increases, which is good, right? In that way, it's good, but that is only good in your brain. It doesn't mean the situation is not dangerous, right? You may actually get yourself into massive amount of trouble. You know, like for example, just small example, if you're driving your car, suddenly you feel like, you know, that particular confidence that you can take the corner at a certain amount of speed that normally you don't drive. That surge of confidence, right? I can do it. Now, you feel like you can do it versus you actually have the technique. Your car can actually do it. Your tire can take it. The road condition is all right. Got nothing to do with that. Your confidence doesn't control the road condition. So, you know, what happens if something goes wrong? Right? What happens if there's just one small little pebble more than usual that, you know, got stuck in your tire and your car started to drift one side? Right? That wouldn't be good. Understand or not? Right? So this is basically the situation. So that's why you need to be a bit uh clear with, you know. So again, it's the beginning of the year, right? So there's no point pushing yourself too hard in the beginning of the year and, you know, causes yourself to crash land for the rest of it. So it's like also playing football. Right? So yeah, you know, you're supposed to form the defensive line, you know, but if you get all your teammate hurt at the beginning of the game, right, then the rest of the game is finished. Right? How many reserve do you have to change player? Right? So if every time you got, oh no, give full push out, you know, just ram the hell out of the other guy, you know, getting hurt also is never mind, and anything dislocated is all right. How long can you play this game? right? Not very long, right? So that's why this is what you need to put into your consideration right now to check out your brethren, your comrade, whether they are ready for it or not. And number two is that, don't go too far with yourself, right? So it's the beginning, just tell you it's the beginning of the year, right? So next one, let's go into the GFC. I got menu. Steward is a rock wealth and also direct officer. So now rock wealth is always a competitive energy. It's always talking about your counterpart who is competing with you. So a lot of time they like to translate the word rock wealth towards what we call taking your money away from you. Right? So competitor, not exactly. So the good thing about it is this particular rock wealth is under the control of direct officer. So you can see like this sort of clash, wood clashing earth. Right? So you say, clash no good, but this sort of clash is good. Right? So the direct officer right now is controlling the rock wealth. This is good, right? So this one I use a tug of war, right? So a pulling rope competition, right? So pulling rope competition is a very funny competition. It's not very, right? So very, right. Right. So now, where the competition for a lot of for majority of the time is pretty boring one, particularly this game. It's like two fella just pulling the tension. You don't move, I don't move, I don't move, you don't move. So it's a lot about the discipline of observing your competition. It's because for you to gain foothold in this, right? Your competition need to slip up, right? It's about how your competition slip up. Is one fella there, the strength slip up already, then the rest of you can pull the rest in. Right? This particularly the entire game, right? So that's why this particular month is about your ability to observe your competition and how can you be disciplined yourself to wait for the moment that your competition is slipping up. So you find out certain things that your competition is not doing, or you see certain things your competition is not doing, and you strike at that particular time towards your right. So competition, right? So that's basically what is happening. So it's waiting for the moment, right? So you need to be able to assess the progress of the other side, right? So now no worry, one G Earth is traditionally very patient for now, right? It's that ability to wait for the moment before you strike. Right, so no, of course, a lot of people nowadays they want things to be fast, right? So no, that is not good. Sometimes you're relying on shortcuts, right? So this one, sometimes I tell people is that it's like you want to go gym, you want to train your body to look good, but then you go and use all the drugs, chemical, all those kind of things, right? You may get the result that you want, but it at the same time it damages you, right? So lack of discipline will allow your competitor to gain a foothold onto you. So right now, the question for you is that is your fundamental good? So for right now, is the plan that you have, right? Did you have the necessary disciplinary action to put into the plan? Or is it your plan is just a plan on paper like a lot of people is, right? Writing New Year resolution is of no challenge to anybody. All right, anybody can write it. Okay, so if you are very lazy nowadays, they can relegate the task to ChatGPT. Or if you like, you can use the China version, which is called DeepSeek. Okay, right. Anyone work for me, lah, right? So it's about your discipline, right? Come, let's take a look at the Geng metal, right? So the Geng metal is indirect resource versus indirect wealth. So both of these are very what we call reactive, responsive energy, right? Very reactive, very responsive. So this one I use the baseball, right? So the baseball is just imagine those people that's on base, right? So those people on base have to make one judgment, right after the bugger swing the ball. I swing the ball, right? Should I run or should I stay? Especially when you have a lot of people on the base. So if one fella run, the other fella doesn't run. Right? You get stuck on the base, right? So it's those type of situation whereby you need to take a look. So which means that there is actually opportunity out there, which is indirect wealth. There's opportunity out there, and the indirect resource is basically talking about how sensitive you are towards this opportunity. Well, how's your intuition? how's your opportunistic intuition, right? So do you know how to strike on the opportunity when the opportunity arises, or opportunity arises already, and then you are still blocking, right? Indirect wealth also call a lot of choices. Indirect resource also call a lot of choices. Right? So actually a lot of interest. So this is a bling bling effect, or or what you call your shiny object syndrome, right? So here also one, there also one, here one, there one. So if everything also you want, everything also you're interested, in the end you get nothing. So question: is your goal clear? If your goal is your goal clear enough until the stage whereby if the opportunity arises, you are able to immediately respond. Right? Do you have the resources ready? So a lot of people say they know I want a good deal. Right? So when I ask you, got money to invest in a good deal, don't have. Good deal for what? Okay, your money also not ready, right? Resources not ready, time not ready, everything not ready, knowledge don't have. But always ask them, no, what is a good investment? I give you a good investment also you cannot recognize, right? Because you're not ready for it. Okay, right? So for those of you who got Geng matter one, ask yourself that question. Is your goal really that laser focus or not? Laser focus until when opportunity arises, you can see, right? Not guess type, right? So writing stuff down does help. Right, so let's take a look at sin metal. Sin metal, right? So sin metal is direct resource to direct wealth. Both of these are very deterministic, hardworking energy. Right, so direct resource, direct wealth, right? So direct resource actually talk about a person's deep knowledge into a subject, right? So direct wealth is a person deep responsibility into getting things done. So this one, I took the Le Mans 24-hour race. I don't know whether you guys know, in the racing world, right? There's this particular race which is called the Le Mans race. They race around the racetrack or something on the street on a 24-hour basis. Yeah. There, my little unicorn just wake up and wanted some sweetness. Uh, 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 uh. Finish? You wanna hug daddy until when? Can daddy finish daddy work or not? Cannot not allowed Huh? Daddy later gonna take you for breakfast okay? Go. Take a shower. That's it. By the way, back to Le Mans, right? So now this sort of race is very different from the normal one that you see. The normal one that you see is basically, see who can go faster. See who can go faster, a lot of time they ignore a lot of things in those who can go faster. You just not reach that. Like this one is okay. Go and wear your one piece clothes. Right. So this one is would you be able to last the 24 hour? Fast no use. Fast is no use. Would you be able to last the 24 hours? So this one a lot of time is about your determination, your endurance, and do you understand the car? Right? Do you understand the entire functionality of the car? Right. So this one is a very, very big test of human and car. Right, human and car understanding, right? So because you're going to drive it for 24 hours, when to go for your pit stop, when to put in the fuel, how to react, which part to change, right? So there's actually more part to change in this than any others, right? So not only just the tires, the normal one you see that they only change the tire. For this one, there's a lot of other parts that they're trying to change because you're trying to be fast. And of course, the more importantly right now is that how much do you learn from one race into another race, and while the race is going on, how much you learn about the car, what need to be tweaked, what need to be adjusted, all the tuning thingy, will basically happen almost at an instant, right? So this is the Le Mans route, right? So now overall, the direct resource, direct wealth is a very positive, very good energy. So it's talking about a person deep knowledge and also a person deterministic instinct to continue then. I think so. It's about endurance, right? So sin matter, are you ready for your endurance race? Right, so if you are ready for endurance race, this particular year could be a very, very interesting year for you. Because why? The year is actually very lacking in metal. The entire year lacking in metal. So a lot of time when any energy that is lacking means that you become the key ingredient in unlocking the cool. Sin metal. Right, so make some sin metal friend. Right, so yes, run water, that's me. That's me. Okay. Right, so you guys doesn't know the backflip. Yes, Rappy. Huh? I thought you go shower. Why you now bring Rappy to show people? Well, big boy already. Why got still got like? Huh? Go take shower first. Later we gonna do breakfast.
It's transparent.
It's transparent because it's green. Go, move.
Actually, it's day.
Okay, you are correct. That's or more accurately, I think it's turquoise. But anyway, now back to the backflip of doing a high jump. The backflip doing high jump. This is actually pretty new invention. Before this, everybody does the scissor kick, right? So of course lah, when the fella try to do backflip that time, a lot of people say that this one cannot be done, and the common comment was if you do the backflip, you will break your spine, and you break your neck, you will die. Okay, right. So what happened is that this particular fella, I think his name is Hoffman, but never mind. Okay, right. In an actual competition, he actually uses his backflip. Okay, he actually uses his backflip, right? So and he broke the height limit faster than cheetah can run. Right, so if you see, take a look at it, the 7K eating god combination is actually this particular combination. So the 7K has been termed as being very aggressive, but eating god being a creative energy is able to control and disperse the aggression, which means that when you have an idea, right, it's actually very important that you go into this what we call proof of concept basis. Right? So 7 killing give you that particular ability to do POC or proof of concept. Right. So this is the thing, right? So particularly this particular month is for you to uh start trying out that particular dumb thing that you think it is dumb one. Right? Go and do it. Right. So the only thing that you need to be careful of is the cost of execution. Right. So in the olden days, basically starting war using a new army combination. So you can get wiped out one. Right? You can get wiped out if you're doing things in a very wrong manner. So you need to know that this particular sorry to say is to say that this particular army, if they screw up, it's fine. I'm ready to sacrifice this particular army. It's not all my army. It's just portion of my army. So this particular one, it's time for you to dip your little toe into the water to check the temperature of the water. Okay, so for your rainwater, there are certain things that you're afraid of doing that yes, force pre-flop, you're right. So the guy name is force pre, by the way. Okay, right, so yeah. Okay, right, so go and test out, go and test out certain things that you are a bit afraid of and see what's the result, and then you go from there lah. Not very difficult. Go ahead and do it. Right, so Quick Water is a DOHO. Right, so now DOHO is not a really great combination. They don't like it, just because they value DO more, they don't like HO. Right, so now this one is like your the starting gun. The starting gun, the noisiest fella in the entire field is basically death. Right, the noisiest fella in the entire field. Right, so HO is always described as somebody who very afraid people don't know that you exist. That's basically hurting officer. Right, so direct officer is about rules regulation. Right, so now in sport there's a lot of rules and regulation. In life there's a lot of rules and regulation. Always remember, rules, regulation, all this kind of restriction being put in is because there was something that happened before this, that without the rules and regulation is causes a lot of problem. Right, so I always tell people is the dark forest syndrome. So why does every single show that you watch there is always a dark forest where the elder will tell the younger generation, do not venture into the dark forest, as it's called, all these kind of things inside there, right? Because why once somebody venture into it and got into massive amount of trouble so when the fella came back, tell everybody what's basically inside. At that point in time, there are people erected the invisible wall, and nobody were to go there but after some time a lot of people forgot about why it is, and then hence the hurting officer come in and try to poke around. Right, it's basically that situation. Right, all right, so be careful of it. And also like the what we call the starting gun. The starting gun is very important, right? So no one move until the starting gun shoot. Right. So now the question for you is that, are you making a move prematurely too early? Right? This month, right? So you want to make a move, you want people to know, is it premature too early? And the thing that you are trying to break is do you fully understand the repercussion behind it? Right? A lot of people break rule, but they do not know the repercussion behind it, and then they start complaining. Oh no, I don't know this. Unfair. Didida, didida. Right. So like like right now in Malaysia right now we are changing our speed limit detection method. So last time was there's a camera that basically take your picture, right? So if you're speeding, the camera detect that you're speeding, then they summon you. So right now what they did is that instead of taking a picture of you, what they do is that they're gonna do pole to pole, right? So the camera is gonna record a picture of you, identify you in one pole, and then it's gonna match you against when you go to the second pole, right? So the camera is gonna talk to each other, right? So the pole distance is fixed, so they can calculate your first appearance versus your next appearance, and they can calculate your speed. Okay, yeah, right. So that's the new rule now. So don't things that like last time, oh no, I just slow down, at the camera, then then I can speed up again. So if you do that right now, good for you lah, right? So be careful of this, right? So now again, the energy itself is actually fine one. It's just telling you that your eagerness to stand out may be breaking certain uh rules and regulation, or certain status quo. Just ask yourself lah, is it you can take the ramification? If cannot, maybe you want to wait until the gun blare first before you run. Right, so Jiawood got the indirect wealth and friend star, together, right? So this is again, how big of a wall can you build to actually work on the what we call the wealthiness, right? So now this one, I took the penalty kick. So if you take a look at the penalty kick that time, there will always, some people who will stand in front of the goalpost in front, very, very far in front, and form a wall, right? So it's about collaborating, seizing opportunity together, right? So, just remember any opportunity that basically come out, is practically very impossible for you to one person take everything. Right, you need to get a team together. Now, whether the team is a permanent, as in your own subordinate, right? So your own employee, or you create a makeshift mercenary team, doesn't matter one, right? So the parts chart, parts energy do not differentiate between your subordinate or your makeshift team. Right? As long as you have the team together, you're gonna work together to seize this particular opportunity. So the important things about this is how well you share the wealth after the job has been done, right? So the friend star is always about sharing, right? So your ability to share, your ability to distribute wealth, right? So English called split the pizza, Chinese called 画大饼, right? So it's drawing big biscuit, direct translation, right? It's those type of situation, right? So it's good to see who are the comrade that is worth working together for the rest of the year, which are the comrade that is not pulling the strength. So there's gonna be people who does next to nothing, but they want to share the thing, right? So if you identify this sort of people, the fellow is not really very contributive. You might wanna just give a kick and exit the fellow from the agreement, right? So that's what you do. All right, so now let's take a look at Yeetwood, right? So Yeetwood got direct wealth, rock wealth. So now you see direct wealth, rock wealth is the one that is being talking about, people come and take your money one, because the rock wealth star, the name indicated rock wealth, right? So now in actual sense, no, please don't read the rock wealth star as somebody taking your money. I always tell is that if somebody can come into your realm, your area, to take things away from you, then that somebody must have done something that you're not doing, that the market wanted. Anybody that can take your customer, when there's no such thing as your customer, by the way. There's only customer and the offering. So if somebody can step into the market and offer your customer, which your customer has a free choice of wanting to buy from you or buy from them, and the customer chose them, then there must be something that they are doing that you are not doing. Right? It's time for you to wake up. Right. So again, direct wealth is hardworking. Hardworking itself is of no use one. Right. So if you're hardworking and you're not looking at what your competitor is doing, right? So which means that your competitor is offering certain things that you are not offering, right? So see lah, right? So this is the starting point of a race, right? So the entire idea right now is that, are you aware of your competition or not? Your training, right? Your training, because in a 100-meter sprint, right? Everything is fair, everybody start from the same line, you're going the same distance, right? Everybody have the same gun pang to there, right? So when the gun blares and everybody run that time, right? So what is being determined is actually your own discipline, your own training, right? There's nothing to do with anything else really. So same thing in a competitive environment, right? It's actually about your entire offering or what is basically happening. And next question, if you see your competitor is doing such a way, would you adjust yourself? Right? Would you adjust yourself? One thing about direct wealth is that direct wealth adjustment very slow. I mean, just tell you first, direct wealth adjustment very slow. Adjustment faster one is called indirect wealth. Indirect wealth is more responsive to market changes. Direct wealth generally not very responsive to market changes. So your own personal question is that are you gonna remain irresponsive? If you're gonna remain irresponsive, then a lot of your market share may be taken over by other people. Right, just be careful of that lah. All right, so then you got your pink fire. Right, take a look at pink fire. Right, so newest technology ever, they can right now transform any mountain slope into ice skiing slope. Huh? No need snow. No need. Right? No need snow at all. So you can see that the entire combination is an EGIR. Now EGIR is they got a special name. It's called owl stealing the food. Right, so it actually talking about a person who have very erratic thoughts. Sosate. Bro, if you go out a few years ago and telling people that hey, you can actually ski on tropical climate, right, without any flake of snow, anyone would have believed that. Crazy, how can like that? But right now, really, they are a full Olympic sized mountain on tropical climate for them to do this sort of training. They can simulate the feeling of snow going down slope. They can do it, right? So it's basically some artificial turf that they came up with, right? So yeah. So yeah, your idea may be crazy. Pink fire this particular month a bit crazy. Right, crazy means that it's very difficult for you to understand this idiot. That's it. Right. So indirect resource again. Indirect resource, the idea is very erratic. Indirect resource. Curious Here want to know a bit, they want to know a bit. Yeah. Eating God again. The way that they think is a little bit more advanced than other people. So you can imagine a person who is going all over the direction and then it is thinking about wild stuff, crazy law, right? So but does it mean that all the crazy thing is not good? Not necessary. Not necessary. So like a normal example I like to tell people is your iPhone. When iPhone first came out and launched, and basically when Steve Jobs gave the command of doing the iPhone, that time they tell you that no, I don't want any button on the phone. This was during the time when the full scale keyboard was introduced into BlackBerry. And there was a time when BlackBerry introduced a full scale keyboard. Everybody was like so happy that oh, I got the entire keyboard. I got one of those phones. Okay, BlackBerry Bold, I have it. Yeah, right. So yeah, that was during the time. So that was during the time we look at it. It was crazy. Today, if your phone got any button at all, you are crazy. Right. So now put some of the idea into action. Right. So don't feel like this is basically crazy. So if you've got pink fire friend, you find that this fella is a bit quirky this particular month, that he's normal. Right? He's normal, true to himself. Right. So now yeah, pink fire got hurting officer again. Every time you see the hurting officer, the entire idea is that the fella is a bit noisy than normal. trying to be what we call attention seeking, right? So we direct resource. So this one you can take a look at it. It's like the coach on the field screaming at the team. "Ah, ah, ah, ah." A lot of time you don't even know what the hell that the coach is screaming. Right? So no, it's basically the coach trying to, you want to call it inspire also can, it's a process of debriefing. It's a process of debriefing. It's the process of giving instant feedback to people, right? Giving instant feedback to people, letting people know, right? So because why direct resource is knowledge, ma. Got hurting officer, there is somebody screaming knowledge. Question: is the other party ready to receive the knowledge? But yeah, take a look at it, see, whether it's really ready. Because despite a lot of people say that they want critical feedback, a lot of people cannot take it one, right? They want critical feedback in the way that I can accept, right? So a lot of people say, man, I want the truth, right? But in a way that I can accept. Then you don't want truth, right? So you want something wrapped in candy, right? So that's why people like me very difficult to do this sort of stuff, because I just stuff the thing into your mouth. Right, so this is what herding officer is, right? So herding officer make everything very blaring. It make everything, very stand out, right? So so think fire this particular month can be a bit more stingy than normal, right? So you can be very direct. Nothing wrong, because this is the start of the month. This could be a rah-rah session for you, whereby you can't handle the truth. Yes, Joyce, that's the thing. A lot of people actually not can't. A lot of people do not want to handle the truth. Sad lah, right? One mouth say they, oh, I want the truth. The other say, oh, cannot. Okay, right. So make sure that the information that you send out is basically vital information. Right. So don't just scream around. You got people who just like to scream around and see whose voice is louder. Right. So that is also part of me as well. Okay, right. So that's for you. Think fire. That's all the 10-day master. Right. I didn't change the thing. Never mind. Right. So go back to the think fire first. All right, guys. That's basically it for the 10-day master for the month of February, which is the first month of the year of the snake. Right. So hopefully you guys use the energy and plan yourself well, and have a great snake year ahead lah, right? So and for those of you who are celebrating Chinese New Year's, 恭喜发财，万事如意，身体健康 right? So basically be wealth, be abundance of wealth be with you, right? So everything is basically smooth, right? So and also abundance of health for everybody. So take care, guys. See you guys again. Bye.